everybody, my name is Dude, welcome back to Asagao Academy. Let's date this lamp. I want to do that. Lectures were so boring. I walked beside me, a tray in her hands. We were shuffling through the cafeteria, trying to find a seat. Didn't you say that yesterday? Probably, but it's true for today, too. Is it? Hana, help me. I'm gonna die of boredom. Let's go play video games, then. We have an assignment to keep us busy, Mike. But video games, Hana.
What?
Video games. You can't deny me that. You can't deny my that. You already have work to do? How did you not hear that? I sighed dramatically, then leaned to the side and rested her head in the crook of my neck. I reached up to pat her head a few times, but she straightened up before I could... She straightened before I could do it. Word vomit. Oh god, Hana. Paul's walking over here. He's looking at you. Does he look angry to you? Why is he coming over here? Do you think he's gonna kick you again? By the way, I just remembered that I had this on. Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's just a little bit of a cut thing. Whatever, it's fine. Same Paul who humiliated me last night strode towards me. I instinctively backed away, but he kept coming closer. Hey. Glad I found you. Hi. He didn't look angry to me. In fact, he was giving me an odd, lopsided smile. I wanted to ask you if you weren't hurt or anything. You ran out before I could properly apologize. I looked down at my feet. Those are, in fact, feet. It was embarrassing enough that I ran off crying like a little girl, but to know that I made them feel bad was even worse. Ooh. At the same time, the image of my ruined uniform popped into my mind. I couldn't tell whether I was more angry or embarrassed, or whether it was... I was feeling something else entirely. Where'd everyone else go? There we go. I got you pretty bad, didn't I? I believe I ballerinaed too hard. Ballerinaed, huh? You may have, if it ended up being a kick instead of a shove. Tilted his head to the side. It's a shame you're not wearing the uniform from yesterday. I like the pink splotches on you. It matched your hair. A deep, sick feeling crawled up from my stomach to sit in my throat. My dumb, stupid hair. Everywhere I went, people made fun of it. Well, I guess he was kind of making a segue to it, but I wouldn't say it's making fun of it. I thought the normal boots guys were different. He was trying to apologize. How could he say something like that to me? He doesn't know. I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it. These guys seem pretty cool. Now, for the first time, I thought of dyeing it a different color, but quickly dismissed it. Paul was waiting for a response. Giving me a quick nod as if warning me to not mess this up. I mustered up my best smile, hoping it would at least look somewhat convincing. It's okay, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're only cripplingly depressed about it now. I'm more than happy to pay for the dry cleaning. Josh and Nick and I feel really bad about everything. We've never made a girl cry before. Well, not by physically injuring her, I guess. Do I want to know what the other way was? Do I want to know? Do you want to know? I don't think I want to know. Thank you, but I was going to scrub it in the sink. Dad and I could never afford things like dry cleaners, so I was surprisingly good at hand washing things. That thing's going to need more than just soap and hot water, trust me. Tell you what, I have a friend who's a natural at that kind of stuff. I'll ask her to get the stain out for you. Just see me later and bring your uniform, okay? I'll try not to kick you this time. Okay, maybe? Without giving me time to say yes or no, he nodded and turned to leave. He spun quickly back around. I flinched. Don't kick me. You and, Mai, right? Do you guys have a table? The cafeteria is pretty full right now. You can sit with us if you want, just for today. Okay. Ow. Don't start, Mai. Really don't start that. Yes! Yes, we'll go. Right, Mai? Lunch. With the Normal Bits Club? Maybe I really could become friends with them. I mean, why couldn't you? You seem kind of nice. And they're inviting you to lunch, which is another plus. And no one would bother me again. Not about my hair or the ice cream incident, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please. They might bother you about that, because this is school and school society sucks. Follow me, ladies. He led us to the middle of the cafeteria where the Normal Boots Club sat with a table all to itself. Hey, you found her! You're Hana, right? No. She's Hana, I'm Mai. I'm Hana, she's Hana. You're Hana, no. I nodded, blushing as I took a seat at the edge of the table next to Paul. Mai forced herself between Jared and PBG. Her eyes were only a few sparkles away from forming huge hearts. You could probably finish those off if you just borrow some from Jared. I'm sure he won't mind. Real subtle. Yeah. Real subtle. So, Hana, we saw you were upset. We were all worried. You feeling better? A little bit? I don't know. How are we feeling? My heart was beating hard against my chest, but I wasn't sure whether it was because I was nervous or because of the sad look on his face made me want to give him a hug. Maybe you should give him a hug. And maybe I should stop right-clicking. That's a thing I should probably do. It's a bad habit in every other game in the world. I blame TF2 for that. Anyway, or maybe it's because I was about 2 inches away from Paul and only an arm's length away from all the other guys. As I tried valiantly to open my mouth, whispers sped around the lunchroom. Look at those girls over there. Who do they think they are? I think I'm a student who can sit in a seat. Who do you think you are? How come they get to sit there? Because you're that way. You sound like a bitch. I wish Senpai would notice me. Which one's Senpai? Main characters get all the luck. What do you mean by that? I mean, you would have gotten that lucky too if you'd gotten ice cream spilled on you and weren't such a bitch. Suddenly my thoughts turned dark. How dark are we talking? I swear I see like a camera flicker. Anyway. Could it be that by getting close to these guys, I was setting myself up as a target instead of getting protection? My thoughts spun in my head. I was suffocating. PG was still looking at me, even more worried than before. I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. Please don't feel bad. It was my fault for getting in the way. I'm sorry for causing such a scene. I should have controlled myself better. Hana? I believe that was not your fault. I hung my head. I wasn't sure how to act around these guys, so I defaulted to extremely polite. My father would have been proud. Hey, Hana, don't apologize. It was Paul's fault. Right, Polly? Right, Paul's fault? Nick shoved Paul, who looked exasperated. I apologized as best I could, Nick. Give me a break. It was a relief that PBG wasn't staring at me anymore. Almost no one else seemed to Almost no one else was paying attention to me or Maya at all. Shane, however, was still shooting me quick, suspicious glances. It was almost like he didn't want me there, and I felt uncomfortable. Ooh. Hey, well, he was shy earlier, so maybe he's just not sure how to express himself facially. I mean, I don't either. It's not a bad thing. It just means he's a little bit socially awkward, like me. And I'm sure I'm not the only one out there. How do you like it here so far, Hana? Good? How about... Oh, right. He's been here this whole time. I mean, I like it here. Thank you. Gerard smiled at me, then turned away. I picked at my food. The guys were all wrapped up in their own conversations, and Mai was busy preventing hyperventilation from being so close to Jared. I can feel his body heat. Mai, do I need to get you a towel, a bucket, and maybe some run you a cold shower? Oh dear. Yeah, you doing okay, Hana? Smiling Satch turned to me. I know we can be overwhelming. You're fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Thanks for recommending me that book, by the way. It's been really good. Do you like it? It's great. I figured you would. It's really funny, but the narrator's annoying. Yeah, he can be a bit rude. Pushed up his glasses, then grinned at me. Okay. You were pretty quiet, but I knew there was more to you. I winced. Sorry, I can be a bit of a wallflower. I know that feel, Hana. No need to apologize. I'm sure we've all been wallflowers before. I don't doubt that. Maybe for a couple people, maybe in the normal Boots group. Not the club, but the group. Real people. Maybe a couple people were not wallflowers, but I'd imagine a good chunk of them were. I don't know. I don't know their lives. Maybe they weren't. That reminds me, the Flower Festival. He turned to the group, addressing them all, and as if on cue, they all suddenly turned to pay him attention. Who are you all taking this year? Alright, the Flower Festival. Miss Shizuka mentioned it before. What is the Flower Festival? No one's explained it to me yet.
Well...
It's basically just a festival. Didn't you have those at your old school? No, I was homeschooled. Didn't have festivals. Didn't have festivals at my old school, but they were basically just 40 kids grouped in one room sharing snacks as they brought from home. So, a potluck. It's not really a festival, that's just a food thing. That's something kind of like them, but I stopped going. Oh, why not? They're so fun, because it was potluck. I didn't really want to answer. There was no way I could say, oh, my friends turned on me, so then I went to... My friends turned on me, so when I went, people pretended I didn't exist. But Mai was waiting for an answer, and everyone else was looking at me. You could say you just had a bad experience one time and just it ruined you for the rest of... It just ruined it for you? I don't know. I'm just... not into that stuff, I guess. Yeah, Hana has anxieties. Okay, I need to propose a motion. Everyone here needs to hug Hana. Everyone. Everyone. Just go hug Hana. Type it out. Show Hana the love. Let Hana feel the love tonight, and not that kind of love. Just the nice friendshipy kind of thing. Well, maybe you'll like this one more. Maybe. Maybe she will. Flower Festival happens all over Japan around this time of year, but it's a big deal in Higanbana. That's the town right next to Asagao. There's apparently some kind of myth about flowers that's somewhat important. Supposedly the founder of Higanbana was an old man who got lost in the mountains and almost died of thirst. Ooh. Almost, though, so maybe he lives? His flower spirit came to him and offered him help in return for his vow to protect her home. He agreed, and she drained herself of all her water so he could drink. The spirit died. And passed the protection to this man. Wow. And founded Higanbana to watch over the meadow in which he met the flower. Ooh. In some versions of the myth, the man and the flower spirit fell in love. Well, that would make sense considering the flower spirit apparently, like, sacrificed herself for this man. I don't know. It's a truly romantic festival. One may hope to find someone with which to make a vow of eternal love, such as the man and the spirit did. To live on to protect the one they love. Jared winked and Mai swooned. God damn it, Mai. So during the day of the Flower Festival, there's a lot of stalls set up, and you can go play games and eat food or go flower viewing. Then at night, there's a special meadow over the temple where you can go watch the flowers, and there's a bonfire and dancing. It's a lot of fun. We look forward to it every year. Asagao sells paper flowers in a little booth to raise money for the school too, so there's usually a big volunteer drive beforehand for people who are good at origami. And Hana's good at origami! Awesome! Really? Shane is too. Maybe you should work together. Maybe we should! Yeah, it sounds like a fun thing. It would probably get him out of his shell. Similarities, like common interests and stuff. It's good. It's good. Shane gave a tight-lipped smile. Somehow I didn't think that would be happening. Somehow I think you're wrong, Hana. Take it from someone who is socially awkward. Speaking of, I swear you rejected 10 girls last festival season. I mean, that's nothing compared to me, naturally, but there were so many girls with broken hearts. Even I couldn't mend them all. Why do you care? You sound like you do that a lot anyway, Jared. You still hung up on your English girlfriend? Shane flinched, visibly taken aback, and then shrugged. I don't talk to her anymore. Oh, Shane, I just want you to be happy, that's all. Maybe he's not happy with a date? Maybe he just hasn't found the one yet? Huh? Don't force it. He wiped away a fake tear. Shane grimaced. How great would it be if someone asked me? Maybe even if one of the normal boots guys did. No, I doubt that would ever happen. You'd be surprised. They were only letting me sit there because they physically assaulted me. I sighed and cut my beefcake with a plastic knife. What's a beefcake? Should I know this? Should I know what a beefcake is, guys? I don't know. I've never had a beefcake before. I don't know what to expect. So, any girls in mind, fellas? Besides me, Mai shifted nervously. Beside me, I shifted nervously. Her eyes kept flicking from Jared to her french fries. She looked like a child who stole several cookies. There's only one thing to do in this situation. Date the potatoes! Date the potatoes now! Date them now! Date the potatoes! The potatoes are life and love! You must give the potatoes your love, and they'll give you the potato life. Jared spread out his arms and raised an eyebrow, a god waiting for names to fall into his lap. I'm thinking of going solo this year, to be honest. Yeah, same. Man, you guys are boring. There's more to life than love, dude. There's more to life than love. Or much better, man. I'm on another level compared to you guys. I've already got my choice picked out. Do you now? There was a quiet clattering next to me. Maya dropped her fork. Yeah, I'm sure you have. There'll probably be a new choice tomorrow. Jared flipped his hair with his hand. You know me so well. It's only so much time to make so many different girls' dreams come true. You must find the one who is most in need. What? So it's not even about which one you like, huh? Nope! You make fun of me. That is a douche move, Jared. That is a douche move, Asagao Jared. Just then, the warning bell rang. It's time to head back to class. I am sitting on my foot. Ow. That is an awkward position. Okay, good. So everyone got up to toss their trays. I stood up and, overwhelmed with a sudden burst of feeling, shouted, "Thank you for letting me and Mai eat lunch with you today. I really appreciate it." Yeah, thanks. Hana was having a terrible day and you guys cheered her right up. So, see you guys again tomorrow, same time? Mai tilted her head, eyes twinkling. I see you borrowed some sparkles from Jared. That's good. At least he let you have some. Hi. Paul said we could only sit with him today. That's cool. Paul waved a hand at dismissal, almost dropping his tray with the other. The cafeteria is really crowded and we have extra room at our table. People are too afraid to sit with us or something. Why? You guys seem really chill. Well, we did kick a girl yesterday. That doesn't sound like why. At all. Ever. Like that can't be why people are afraid of you. Or intimidated by you, rather. All three of them shrugged at the same time, then left the room, moving in unison like a team of synchronized swimmers. Now I can't help but picture them dancing in sync outside of the room. They're dancing through the room, out of the room, in synchronization. Jared dumped his tray and jogged to catch up with them. As soon as they were out of earshot, Mai took my hands in hers and jumped up and down. Ow! Mai! Shut the fuck up! That was loud. Really glad I lowered the volume for this episode. Ow, I heard the bit of that. That is not cool. You did it, Hana. We get to sit at the popular table. We're trying to do this for 2 years and you did it in 2 days. She dropped her hands and made a jokingly, I think, angry face. Main characters have all the fun. What are you talking about? Main characters do not have all the fun. They have all the anxiety issues. Usually. In pairs, painting a diorama or a papier-mâché lamp, anything postmodern. Then write a paper or on design. Or don't, that works too. Miss Shizuka, you sound like you don't care. Remember, this project will count for 10% of your final grade, so work hard. Sound good? The only response was bitter murmuring. Sounds like you get this a lot. Sounds like you do this a lot too, Miss Shizuka. You look high. Or that you've been sniffing that chalk you've been holding. Is that even a thing? Like, do people sniff chalk and get high on it? I feel like somebody must have tried at one point. Shizuka often ended with sound good. She never cared about the answer. Alright, in the last few minutes of class, pick your partners and discuss your project plan. We'll continue next time. In a matter of seconds, almost all the desks in the classroom connected. Shit. I looked at but a girl, Mimi Santos, already claimed her. I frowned at me as if to apologize. I scanned the classroom for the few other people I met, finding them already paired. I was going to be the only one without a partner. Suddenly the edge of a desk collided with mine, with such force that it almost shattered the universe, but didn't quite. Just enough to rattle me bones.
Hey.
Well, guess we'll be working together. Hi, PPG. PPG sat in front of me with a cheeky grin. Didn't he sit on the other side of the room? What? How did he get his desk over here so quickly? He could have picked it up, I'm sure. Though, why? I leaned over to look past him. He left a gaping hole and several collapsed students in his wake. He just wow. Okay, so at first we were pelvic thrusted into so hard that it knocked ice cream onto us. And now our desk got, like, slammed into. I'm guessing it was another pelvic thrust. I'm hoping it's another. I hope he pelvic thrusted his desk over. Or he asked for help from Paul. Seeing my gaze, he turned around. Oh, oops, sorry. He waved sheepishly. A boy glared at him. Well, for better or worse, we're partners. I guess we are. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I meant at all. Wait. That awkwardness. You're super smart. I'm just sorry you're stuck with me. You're pretty smart too, though, right? Not that I knew. I guess. But I hate schoolwork. I don't care about it at all. 10% of our grade depended on this project, and he doesn't seem to care. Oh, not that I'm gonna make you do it all. I may not like school, but I'm not gonna let someone else fail just because I think it sucks. I haven't done something like that since I was a kid. Girl got so mad I learned my lesson. He laughed, hitting the desk and crinkling his nose. I didn't see what was so funny, but from the way he was looking at me, it seemed like I should too. I smiled hesitantly. He stopped laughing and frowned at me, the same way he did yesterday. You like apple cider? Yes. I'm sorry? Or, pinball? What about magnolias? Pinball, yes. Magnolias, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I do? Shit. You... guess you do, but... you... He sputtered, opening and closing his mouth like he was trying to eat the air. I searched his face, wanting to help him out. He was clearly struggling. BG leaned forward, looked into my eyes like he was deciphering a code. Really forward. So close I could see little brown flecks in his eyes forward. Is this gonna turn into an awkward scenario? PBG moved away, his anxious look fading into a slight smile. Actually, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it? I was brainstorming. The subject for our piece, but you don't have any strong reactions to anything, so I guess we won't be doing those then. Like hell. Like, you don't believe him? Or like hell, you aren't gonna do those things? The bell rang and students started packing up. Oh no, we didn't get to pick a project. I'm sorry, that's my fault. I was messing around, but don't worry. I'll come up with something, just leave it to me. Okay. He thumped his chest and got out of his chair, striking a pose and giving me a wide, reassuring smile. He shuffled his desk back to his side of the room as I packed my things away. That had to have been a long hike to push that desk. Or I could have just pelvic thrusted it back into place, which should probably be amazing. An amazing feat to not only pelvic thrust your way into my desk, but also put it back in the same exact position you had it when you via pelvic thrust. Didn't understand what happened, but maybe it was better to forget about it? He didn't seem to want to explain. That or he didn't know how to explain. I think we'll end the episode here, because hoping to not have to do another take of this where I lose footage. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe for more, let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you to TCower and Show for supporting my Patreon this month, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye! No. 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 I'm not taking part in your blood sacrifice. I'm breaking up with you. Right now. Ouch. My head hurts. What happened already? I think so. Is in my apartment.